Hi everybody, it's Mike at Boyd Auto Tirecraft in St. Catharines. A couple of things I want to talk about today that's really important that I think you should be aware of. A lot of people don't know this, but the cost of gas is very expensive, as everybody knows. But when your fuel goes below a quarter tank, it's harder on the fuel pump because it's not submerged in the fuel, which cools down the fuel pump. So my recommendation is to keep your fuel at least above a quarter, and then hopefully it puts less pressure on the fuel pump, and then you don't have to replace it. If you have to replace the fuel pump, it's often because that person has left the fuel on low constantly, or their lights on, and then of course they get it towed in and the fuel pump's bad and it's really expensive. So don't do that. Keep the gas above the quarter. Second thing is, I'm going to show you a picture of this, but in my truck here, I have a automatic shutoff right here. So first thing I do when I start the vehicle, I turn that off. And the reason I do that is because your starter, when you stop at the lights, the engine shuts off and the manufacturer says, hey, you're saving fuel. That's not the case, because when the truck starts back up, it uses more fuel actually to start the vehicle. And the second thing is your starter is getting used 3 times as often, and then you can wear out the starter. We had a good customer of ours, nice fella, 6-year-old truck I think it was, and it shut off in the middle of the intersection because he was waiting for the stoplight to turn green, and it didn't start. So he was caused him a lot of stress. It was towed down, and he had to pay for the towing, and he didn't have CA, so that was $200. And then he needed a new starter, and I could only get the starter from the manufacturer. I couldn't get it aftermarket. It was like $800. So tow bill, labor, everything was over $1,000 for a starter. So how do you do that? How do you save the wear and tear on the starter? Just turn the button off, okay? And hopefully you won't need to spend money on a starter. Hope these little tips help. Have a great day, everybody. Safe driving. Take care.